For a while now, the Republicans have been trying to rewrite Trump's record in the economy, which we know is a failure, but they're ignoring the devastation inflicted by a pandemic that's left millions of Americans unemployed. Trump claims that he can put an economy wrecked by the pandemic back on the right track, which we know he can't. Republicans are echoing him, and they appear to be rewriting this economic record to cast it in a more favorable light and ignoring the devastation that's taken place under his watch. Their version of events also sharply diverges from the increasing hardship many Americans are facing, with federal stimulus efforts now ending. Putting it in front and center in his campaign pitch, the fake president Donald Trump maintains he can put an economy back that's been devastated by the pandemic right back on the right track, which like I said, we know he can't. Republicans are echoing this argument. They appear to be rewriting Trump's so-called economic record, seeking to cast it in a favorable light and ignoring the damage that's taken place. Their version of events also sharply diverges from the increasing hardship many Americans are facing with federal stimulus efforts now ending. Nearly 28 million Americans are now on unemployment benefits, and many also face the threat of being evicted from their homes in upcoming months. Indeed, the fake president and other speakers at the Republican National Convention spoke of the state of the economy in glowing terms. Now we know that what these people are saying, and it's easy enough to fact check them. Donald Trump claims we just broke a record on jobs, which we didn't, an all-time record. There's never been 3 months where we put more people back to work, more than 9 million people, and you had nothing to do with that. Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio, tax cuts regulation reduced lowest unemployment in 50 years. He's rebuilding the economy this week. Yeah, bullshit. Donald's dumbass son, Don Jr. He said the fake president did what he failed. This is where the dumbass juniors fucks up, because, and if you listen to what he says here, and I'm going to read underneath what the article actually says, dumbass Don Jr. had basically said that the Biden administration never could do what his dumbass father done, and that was built the greatest economy our country has ever seen. He credited Trump with the lowest unemployment rates on record for Black Americans, Hispanic Americans, women, and pretty much every other demographic group. Now here's the actual truth to this statement. The economy was undergoing a record expansion when the fat-ass Trump took office in January of 2017. Technically, the economy was growing under Obama, and then Trump inherited it. After the Great Recession, the growth lasted until earlier this year, when the pandemic abruptly ended that decade-long stretch of growth, causing another recession. In March and April, the economy had shed nearly 22 million jobs, and just under half of them were recovered over the spring, as lockdowns hit east and some people returned to work. However, the U.S. is still down roughly 14 million jobs compared to before the coronavirus outbreak, which renders Trump's claim as misleading, which everything he says is misleading anyway. The unemployment rate stood at 4.7% at the onset of his fake presidency, and it fell to half a century low of 3.5% in February. It surged to 14.7% in April before ticking downward to its current level of what it's sitting at now, 10.2%. The jobless rate did hit record lows for Black Americans and Hispanic Americans, according to data from the Federal Reserve Bank of St. Louis, but the same cannot be said for women, who experienced lower unemployment in the 50s. Trump Jr.'s claim of unbridled prosperity for every segment of the public is exaggerated. Those trends on job creation and unemployment are illustrated in charts posted on Twitter by Aaron Sojourner, who's a former economist to the former President Barack Obama. Given the ongoing nature of the pandemic, economists say it's extremely difficult to forecast whether the rebound in the labor market will ever endure. It also reflects another reality of the economy. Traditional metrics used to gauge the economy, such as job growth and unemployment rates, that are often outside the fake president's direct control. But Republicans seem eager to make the opposite argument, as to portray Democratic rival Joe Biden as a threat to the nation's economic recovery, which he won't be. But if you like the video, give the video a like and subscribe to my channel, Rambin Mike, and also hit the notification bell so that you'll be notified when a new video comes out, and thanks for listening.